Hey guys, welcome back to part 2. So here it is, the weapons, one of my favorite parts of the Gundam kits. So let me start off with the shields, the energy shields I guess. You can see the big difference. You can barely tell that this energy shield is here, but this is the null grades and this is the master grades again. I mean, this is kudos to Bandai for making this very nice effect on the shield. You have to see it to appreciate it a lot more, but it has a very nice effect. And now for the physical shields, as you can see right here, the null grade shield is a little bit bigger, and they're basically the same. I mean, even if you look at the bottom, they almost look very identical, but the big difference is right here, the handle, all I can do is move around. This handle is basically the same thing, but it has a gimmick where it lets you move up and down, rotate it, and it has a little hole right there so you can put it in his hand better, so you can have him like that. So that's pretty cool. Also, the gimmick for the little grappling hook is basically the same, but the difference is it lets it come out easier on a master grade, so all you have to really do is pop it up right here and then just remove it. This one is a little bit difficult. It's not too difficult, just, you know, it's basically the same concept of, it almost looks identical, just the string, you know, put it in, slide it in, close the thing, basically the same thing. This one has a very nice like auto open, so you just open one, this one, the other one opens, which the master grade doesn't have, but I mean, it's not too much. I mean, I never use it, but it would have been nice for the master grade to have. The boomerangs are obviously different in size. This one looks like a freaking, I don't even know, it looks weird. This one looks a little bit better. I mean, I still wouldn't throw it. I mean, look how freaking long this is. And also, a very nice gimmick it has right here. The little handle moves up and down, and so you can close it and store it better. So, and then you can have him holding it when you open it up. Also, the little mechanism here is basically the same. As for the beams for the shields or boomerang, whatever you want to call them, this is for the master grade. It is very nice. It has a very nice ripple effect and has that sparkly color and all that stuff. It's very nice, and it fits in and it looks a little bit better. This is the null grade. It's this big, huge, flat piece of plastic, clear, really boring. But yeah, very nice. I like the master grades a lot better. I mean, I would use it more of a shield bayonet more than anything. But it's a very nice thought that they would throw in beam sabers. So the beam sabers are, I mean, a huge difference. I mean, you can see that here. It's a 3-piece shield or 3-piece beam saber on the master grade. The null grade is just one solid piece of plastic. Also, the beam is a little bit curved on the master grade and has that nice sparkly effect. And this one is just a piece of plastic. Oh, this is what most of the master grades use. So, but there you go. This one looks a lot better. Master grade's a lot better. This one, the null grade has a staff right here for you to use. So you can use both of the beam saber tips or whatever. The dark maw effect, I call it. But this one, the master grade, has a little piece of plastic here, as you guys can see here. And all you got to do is take that little piece of plastic and close or connect these two beam sabers together. Also, the side skirts, or whatever you want to call them, where the beam sabers go, have a little indent in them, so they will hold the beam sabers a little bit better. I mean, look at that. And let me try that with the null grade. So I just put it on there. Oh, look at that, it works. But after a while, if you don't have it in this exact position, it's sort of an angle, it starts to move around, and when you move it around trying to pull something, it eventually falls off. So the master grade works a little bit better, but it's a very nice, it does have a little bit of clamp to it. Moving on to the guns, you can see here, this is the null grade and this is the master grade, obviously. The null grade looks pretty similar. You can see here this is a little bit shorter than this one. Let me zoom in. That's a lot better. You can see that this one's a little bit shorter than this one's a little bit elongated. The barrel is just one color on the no grade, whereas the master grade has two colors, and it looks a little bit better. They both do the same thing. They both move side to side and all that good stuff. The master grade also has this pink color around it right there on the circle, which the no grade doesn't. Same thing with the top, which no grade doesn't. The tip right here is actually a piece of plastic that's cut into like two prongs, I guess. And this one's just a hole with little designs into them. If you didn't, I detail them. If you don't detail them, then you're never gonna see that. Also, the stock here, or not the stock, but like the, I guess the handle here, does not move on the no grade. On the master grade, it sort of almost looks like or acts like a shotgun, so you can have it here or here, and it pops off. But yeah, it can move up and down a little bit, so that's pretty cool. It's almost like a shotgun beam rifle. But other than that, it looks very similar. And if you can see here, the little peg that goes into the backpacks of the back skirts or whatever of each Infinite Justice is a little bit different. This one's vertical and this one's horizontal. But other than that, very nice weapons that it comes with. I like this the master grade beam rifle, by the way, not the no grade. I mean, it looks sort of bland, but the detail on the master grade's a lot better. And I mean, when you buy an master grade, you're always buying the detail and articulation. I mean, master grades are really worth your money. As you guys can see, the detail and the differences in the no grade. You guys can see the infamous leg beams here. I connected this one. This is the normal one. It's actually a special one. This one's just for it to be relaxed, and very nice, very important in the anime due to this is the weapon that he uses mostly in that one space scene. I think it's like episode 50 when he beats the shit out of Destiny Gundam and he cuts him off and he just demolishes him. But very nice, and then you can have these so you can have his legs a little bit stretched out a little bit, so when he's kicking or something, very nice. These are very boring. They're just two pieces of clear plastic, and I did it wrong. Alright, I did it right. Alright, so they're two pieces of plastic, and you just connect them, and you can only have them like this. You cannot have them, you know, so you can have a really good action pose. I mean, you could have a good action pose, but it looks way better on a master grade. Also, there is a big difference in the effect that it gives as to, as you can see here, the knee one over here on the master grade has a very nice wave effect and sparkles, whereas this one's just a piece of plastic that's just clear and just to be there. But again, it's a master grade, you know, it's sort of expected. But I mean, it's a very nice idea on the lower grade, but it's really hard to pose to compare it to the master grade. I mean, the master grade, you can give him this dynamic pose of him just with his leg beams, or this one you cannot really give him this really, you know, dynamic pose like you can do with the master grade. I mean, very nice. I mean, it's a very nice alternative to the master grade if you're getting him for a cheap price, like 25 bucks. But if you're in the 50s, I highly suggest you just save up for the master grade. And the other thing that it has is a inner frame, which the no grade does not have. So it's another bonus. So every single piece, well, I'm pretty sure almost every single piece of armor comes off, so you can have the inner frame. Very nice. I mean, the amount of detail in the master grade is amazing. As you can see, there's not that much detail on him. There's not that many panel lines, but they're there, and like I said, it's a very good alternative to the master grade. If you're looking to buy Infinite Justice and you don't have that much money, I would suggest buying this. But if you do, and you get them at you just find them sort of expensive, like at 40 bucks, highly suggest just saving up and getting the master grade. I mean, the master grade is a very nice kit. It is up there in my favorites with the Shinmusha, which is right now one of my favorite kits. I just love the way it looks. But other than that, that should be it for the review. And yeah, thanks for watching.